She handed him $50 with trembling hands and said, "I don't need love. I just need someone to stand beside me for Christmas." What she didn't know was that the man she had just hired as a fake boyfriend was a billionaire hiding from the world. And this Christmas would change both of their lives forever. Snow fell softly on the city streets, but inside the small apartment, the cold felt heavier. Lily sat on the edge of her bed, staring at a cracked mirror that reflected a life she never chose. 22 years old. Orphan since 8. No family. No home to return to. No one waiting for her on Christmas. Every year, Christmas was the same. Couples holding hands. Families laughing in warm houses. And Lily, pretending it didn't hurt. This year was worse. Her workplace had announced a Christmas party. Everyone was invited, with their partners. Her manager's words still echoed in her ears, "Don't come alone. It's a family event." Family. The word felt like a wound. That night, scrolling through her phone, Lily stopped at a strange post. Need a temporary boyfriend. No commitment, $50 flat. For events only. She laughed bitterly. Who would even do that? But then she looked at the calendar. December 24th. She looked at her empty room. And for the first time, loneliness felt unbearable. The next evening, she met him at a small cafe. He wore simple clothes. No watch. No arrogance. Just calm eyes and a tired smile. His name was Ethan. He listened more than he spoke. When she nervously explained why she needed him, he didn't laugh. Instead, he said quietly, "Sometimes people don't need love. They just need to not feel invisible." Something in his voice made her pause. She handed him the $50, embarrassed. "I know it's not much," she whispered. He pushed the money back slightly. "It's enough," he said. "Let's just be kind to each other." That night, as they walked under Christmas lights, Lily talked. About growing up in foster homes. About never being chosen. About pretending she was strong because no one stayed long enough to see her break. Ethan listened. What Lily didn't know was that Ethan wasn't broke. He wasn't lonely by accident. He was hiding. Once one of the youngest billionaires in the country, Ethan had lost his parents in a corporate betrayal that destroyed his trust in people. He had walked away from his empire, living quietly, wanting to know who cared when money disappeared. And now, fate had placed him beside an orphan girl who thought she was renting dignity for $50. Christmas Eve arrived. They entered the party together. Heads turned. Smiles appeared. For the first time in her life, Lily wasn't pitted. Ethan played the role perfectly, gentle, protective, proud. But when Lily laughed freely for the first time in years, something inside him cracked. This wasn't acting anymore. And then, everything changed. Later that night, Lily invited Ethan to her apartment for hot chocolate. The heater barely worked. The lights flickered. The walls were thin. "I'm sorry it's small," she said. He smiled softly. "It's warm," he replied. And he meant her presence. As midnight approached, Lily grew quiet. "Can I ask you something strange?" she said. "Anything. Does it ever stop hurting?" She looked at the floor. Being unwanted. Ethan didn't answer immediately. Then he said something he had never told anyone. "I used to think money could replace people. Then I learned it only replaces silence." Lily looked at him, confused. That's when his phone rang. He didn't answer. But the name on the screen caught her eye. Board of Directors, urgent. Her heart skipped. "Ethan, who are you?" He exhaled. Slowly. And told her everything. The empire. The billions. The disguise. The loneliness. Lily stood up, shaking. "So, this was all fake?" she asked. He shook his head. "The only fake thing was the reason I met you." Tears fell from her eyes, not of anger, but fear. "I didn't want charity," she whispered. "I just wanted one Christmas where I wasn't alone." Ethan stepped back. "Then let me leave," he said. If staying hurts you. She looked at the door. Then at the empty room. Then at the men who never once treated her like she was small. Stay, she said quietly. Not because of who you are, but because of how you see me. That Christmas, they didn't exchange gifts. They shared stories. Silence. Laughter. Weeks later, Ethan made a decision. He didn't give Lily money. He gave her opportunity. Education. Stability. Choice. And when the world learned that the billionaire CEO had returned, they were shocked to see the orphan girl standing beside him, not behind. Years later, when asked how they met, Lily smiled and said, "I paid $50 to feel chosen. He paid billions to learn what love really is."